Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is another episode of the Grimaldo Group Real Estate Team, where we love helping families create wealth through home ownership. And we love partnering with people and businesses that are very highly motivated. It keeps us motivated. And today we are honored to have with us Yuselly Hidalgo. She is a fitness coach, personal trainer. I've taken her class and I get highly motivated out of that class. Yuselly, good afternoon. How are you today?
Hi, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you guys for the opportunity and allowing me to be part of this segment so I can share my journey and hopefully motivate people because that's really what drives me of this new career that I'm starting, focused in fitness, is motivating people to be healthy because that's really the bottom line. Is it's all health should be focused on health. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
And so, I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Yeah.
Now, just to immediately jump into it, if we can, what motivates you to do this? What as a personal trainer, coach?
Quite honestly, what motivates me is to see people reach their goals and feel happy that they can. We hold ourselves back. We limit what we can do, and our body, the human body is so amazing. It's such an amazing machine, and we can take it to levels that we never thought we could get to. It's definitely something worth taking care of and taking it to the next level. So every time I see the members in my group fitness classes say I was able to do a push up full range of motion, I was able to lift heavier today, that makes me so happy because I feel I'm contributing into someone's life, because I know what it feels like to feel like I can't, or I'll never see myself get to where I want to be. I know what that feeling is, and I want to be there to tell people yes you can, and don't limit yourself with the thought that no I can't. So that really brings satisfaction to me, and I feel I contribute to society by doing that.
And that's awesome. It's almost as us here in the Grimaldo group, we kind of have that same feeling. We love bringing people to meet their goals. We assist them with real estate transactions and so on. Some of which I've had clients that meet with me, and at the beginning stage, they're thinking that they can't purchase because
Right.
of whatever reason, and we begin to motivate them to the point where they're closing escrow and getting keys to a house, and they look back and says, "We would have never thought to do this," but it's step by step to get to that finish line. And I share that with you being a coach, a fitness coach. It's the same thing. It's the compound effect. Sometimes it just one step leads to another, as long as you're moving in the right direction. Now, how did this change your life? Were you born a fitness coach?
No, I truly believe that this is a calling from God. I give all credit to God. I have a huge faith in
Amen.
my Lord Jesus Christ, and I want to credit Him for everything I've achieved thus far. No, I was not like this many years ago. I had very bad relationship with food, in the sense that food was what I depended on for happiness. If I was under stress, food was my go-to, and it was never healthy food. I mean, quite honestly, most people are going to lean towards the unhealthy junk food, as it's known by, and just a huge disorder in eating, bad eating disorder, very a sedentary lifestyle. I didn't care for exercising at all. I let myself go, and I even let myself go before having my boys. I have two boys, a 12 and a 10-year-old. Before my two boys, I let myself go, and then I got pregnant, and that was the perfect excuse to eat more, right? Because we say, "Oh, I'm feeding for two. I'm feeding for two." No, no, you're not.
Now, can you attribute this to a lot of times, and it's happened to me, where I get too comfortable, and when you get too comfy, you produce less.
Right.
Like I used to tell my kids, I still do. They're adults and on their own, but I say, too much comfort reduces productivity, and I've seen that sometimes in my life where I am just too comfortable, and then I begin to slow down and not be able to be as productive as I believe I can be. So
Right.
productivity reduces, and so this is probably something that you may have encountered during this experience.
Right.
And what happened after? What took you to
Yeah,
that?
so I gained a lot of weight. I'm 5'1", three quarters to be exact. So I'm not tall. And I went up to 210 pounds after having my youngest. I lost the baby weight, as it is, as it happens after you have your child. And I was at 190, and I stood there for a while. I stayed at 190, and I'll tell you that every single Monday was my start on the journey. The reason why I do this is because Monday never came. And my husband would get frustrated about it because I always said, "All right, I'm starting on Monday." And I would do well for 2 days, quit, and go back to again to my comfort, because that's really what it is. I found comfort in being lazy, just sitting around, being a couch potato, and eating whatever I wanted. There was a time that I mean, it was so constant that it was every Monday never came, every Monday never came, that I really told God, I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm using my own willpower. I can't do this. I think I can, and I can't. I mean, I'm handing this over to you. I can't. You need to help me on this one.
Yes.
And it was from that point that I said, we're doing this. And I stuck with it. But the problem is that I made the mistake of overdoing it. So then I went from 190 pounds to 107 pounds. So then now I was on the other end. I was not overweight. I was now then underweight.
Wow.
So, I mean, in this journey, it's been like maybe 10 years or so.
Mhm.
I've been up and down like a yo-yo, but in the process I've learned so much. So much. I've made so many mistakes that have taught me, and has taken me to where I am today, where now I am at really understanding how it's supposed to be done, the right way to do it. You don't want to go into starvation mode. You don't want to restrict yourself too much, because you got to have a life, right? I mean, you got to
Yeah.
enjoy life.
There's something you mentioned. So you did make mistakes along this path
Yeah.
that has
Tons.
taken you. So mistakes aren't the end all. It's not the point in which you just stop. You can build from mistakes and become better. Correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. I made so many mistakes along the way, but I'm grateful for those mistakes. I'm grateful for those falls. I'm grateful for everything that I did wrong, because it helped me build up to where I am today. And
And
I lived those experiences so I can relate to people who are there now, because I know
yeah,
what that's like.
well, I've learned from mistakes too, and
Mhm.
many of them were in real estate. I've lost a good share of money in real estate transactions, but I've picked up pieces. I've learned from those mistakes, and I'm learning from new ones. But we also have victories, and I believe you are at a point where, looking back, everything that you went through in these past 10 years was well worth it to include those mistakes. And and folks listening to us, I have taken her class. She's a very good instructor. She challenges you um, to go the extra mile, and I love that because I'm constantly trying to do that on my own. And so, why did you choose to do what you do? Because you are now a coach, personal trainer.
Yeah. Well, I want to mention my sister in this. My sister has always believed in my desire to encourage people into fitness. And the topic was brought up several years ago that I should be a fitness instructor, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Well, I joined Mountainside Fitness, an excellent gym, by the way. And I met with an instructor, a kickboxing instructor, who brought up, the suggestion that, hey, you should teach, because I love doing cardio kickboxing class. And that's what made me think, you know what? I think I will. I think I will, even if it's for a fun job. And I did. Was I nervous? Oh, yeah, very nervous. But you know what? I absolutely love that, being there for 2 years, because I started in 2019 as a group fitness instructor. I learned to love it so much. Like it just pumps me up. Like I am excited to push people and see people progress. That's really the most rewarding feeling, is to see people get better and stronger and faster and not quit, and that really made me realize that I want to do this 100% like full time. This is
That's
what I
awesome.
wanted to do. Yeah. So then I decided to do personal training.
So what is your mission overall? Because I'm seeing that you not only do this for yourself, but you love being a positive impact for others.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the biggest reward, and I'll be honest with you, obviously, when we choose a career, we think about the how, what am I going to get from it financially, right? I
Yes.
mean, is it going to pay me enough? A lot that's what a lot of people look at when they choose a career. I'm proud to say that with this, I'm more excited of how I'm impacting lives than anything else. I feel like the income will come. I'm not worried about it. I trust in God for that, because I feel that this is where He wants me to be, is to push people, motivate people, be an inspiration to people. Because you know what? Those members in my group fitness class, the people I train, they inspire me.
Yeah.
And I tell them that because it's true. I have people of all ages in my class. I have young teenagers. I have older folks, and they go. And I think to myself, oh my gosh, I want to be you when I'm your age. It's so motivating. So they may not know it, but they motivate me, and that just gives me more of a desire to continue doing what I do, because I feel it fills me. It fills me in a way that doing the other stuff I did before in my previous jobs just wouldn't do. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Well,
I
I
want
mean,
to do.
everyone has a calling in life. It's whether or
Right.
not we seek and develop that calling, and serve our purpose. I mean,
Right.
because I find myself in real estate, which I never thought I'd be a real estate agent. And as you were oftentimes probably told, why don't you become a coach or a fitness instructor or a personal trainer? At times, folks would hear me talk about real estate and tell me, why don't you become a real estate agent? To the point that I decided to become one. And it,
Mhm.
it, it comes with its challenges, but
Right.
you have to get out of that comfort zone,
That's
as
right.
you were talking about. And then I also believe in divine intervention. So my faith, I believe in God, as you mentioned as well. And it's surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. And again, this is why we love partnering with folks such as you, because it keeps us going. It keeps the train on the tracks and moving forward in the right direction. And
Hmm.
so, how does your environment affect your mission?
Um, like I mentioned earlier, in a very positive way, quite honestly, I'm excited to go to work. I love going to work. I don't I don't think TGIF, thank God it's Friday. No.
Yeah.
I don't think, oh my gosh, it's Monday. No, I'm actually excited to go and teach. And every day when I get to the gym, I thank God. Thank you for this job you've given me. It's like the fact that I enjoy it and look forward to it is extremely rewarding. So, I mean, everybody around me has influenced me, and that's the reward I'm getting from this. So,
That's awesome. And if you could give yourself advice 20 years ago, you get on a time machine and you put it back 20 years ago and you get to talk to yourself, what would be your advice to yourself
hmm,
20 years back?
I would have definitely be patient. I do tend to be a very impatient person. I want things done yesterday. And I think patience would have been the biggest thing, because uh, had I been patient, I probably would have been able to do this. And then also not as stubborn and trust more in God's calling for my life. I would have done this much earlier. But there was a lot of doubt, insecurity. Can I really do this? I mean, is this really what I should be doing? So I really would have pushed myself to be patient, to pay better attention, not be as stubborn, and just to trust more in God's calling for my life.
Awesome. And uh, I think that surrounding yourself with folks that motivate you to do uh, what needs to be done in our lives, There's a saying in Spanish, and I'll translate it, but in Spanish, I remember I was told this saying many occasions as I grew up. Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Tell me who you hang out with, and I'll let you know who you are. So it comes a long way. I mean, with financial transactions, with everyday life, if we hang out with the wrong crowd, if we surround ourselves with negative people constantly, and I'm not saying put them aside, but somehow uh, there comes a time where you have to divide or put a line, so to speak. I like uplifting people, as you indicated with your classes and so on, but those people have to step up to the plate and want to
Right.
play football. So, it's like being a, a baseball coach and say, in order for you to succeed in baseball, you need to come to practice and then to play and get access to the trophy or the potential to gain the trophy. You have to be willing to participate.
Right.
Or then the person needs to make that decision. So, would you like to talk about more specifically about your business as a personal trainer and fitness coach?
Mhm. So I've been with Mountainside Fitness since 2019. I started as a group fitness instructor and just recently decided to take this full time, my career full time in fitness. So I am now a personal trainer in addition to my group fitness classes, which I'm still keeping. I just started not too long ago. So that's really where I am now is I'm working specifically with Mountainside Fitness. And I have an Instagram where I post most of my workouts. I post what I eat, share all how I do what I do, and even encourage people to follow me in my journey. Because right now I'm trying to gain some more muscle. So now I'm on a plan where I'm lean bulking. So I'm trying to eat more with the purpose of building more muscle mass. So I post my progress as I go to share with people. If there's anybody who has the same goal in mind, then they can follow me or just simply just to see my journey. So I also want to influence people via social media. So
Okay.
through Instagram.
Now it's Purple Wing 7. What is your Instagram
Right.
again?
It's Purple Wing singular, so no S at the end. Purple Wing 7.
Okay. And that is awesome. Would you like to add anything else to this interview that you want to provide us?
I just want to, if there's anybody out there that has been on the wagon and has fallen off and jumped back on and fallen off and just can't seem to find consistency, I encourage you to not give up. And this is something I tell people all the time. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, I always said I'm starting on Monday. And that took years. Like literally, my husband would roll his eyes every time I would say, all right, no, this time is for real. I'm starting on Monday. And that, again, that was for a very long time and Monday never came. But I want to encourage people to really think about what do you want? Do you really want this? How bad do you want this? I wanted it bad. I was tired of being uncomfortable in my own skin. Of it made me a miserable person. I was grouchy. I wasn't friendly. I couldn't keep catch up with my boys. They were little. My husband would play with them, and I would just sit on a bench and watch because I would get too tired. I was very heavy. That's what had me feeling like this. I'm done. So
Yeah.
you got to really think about, are you happy where you are? Think about the health aspect, not so much what society wants to paint that it's about how you look and whatever you're wearing. No. This is about what you're doing to yourself internally. Health, right? I mean, that should be spread louder than anything else that's going on now is let's think about our health. What
Yes.
are you doing for your temple, for your body? Are you taking care of it? And I'll tell you, it's hard. You have friends, right? You got social meetings
Yes.
with friends. Let's go to the restaurant. And everything you see on the menu is healthy, but quite honestly, it's not. Everything is super high in sodium and preservatives and
Yeah.
greasy, right? So you're going to run into those situations, but you really have to be disciplined until you are able to keep consistency on the journey. And it's so worth it.
But it's
It's
peer pressure sometimes takes us to make the wrong decisions. A lot of
Right.
times, you'll have someone that's beside you not taking good care of themselves, and it's clear because you can see it, and yet they are the ones encouraging you not to become healthier. And they so that goes back to what I was saying before. Surround yourself with people that will uplift you, bring you up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like I tell people, do you want to wait until the doctor puts you on a diet? I mean, why do we have to wait until we get there? Why do we wait until the doctor says, "All right, I'm sorry, we're going to take away this from this from, no salt on your food, no egg yolks." I mean, why do we have to wait until we get there? Why not take care of ourselves today and get
And
it done now? You know what I mean?
well, and the earlier you start as a younger person, I like
Hmm.
talking to young folks, like it's nephews and nieces and so on, and I tell them, yeah, you're eating all those Doritos and all those French fries all the time. Right now, you don't see the effect, but the compound effect can work in a negative fashion as well. Whereas as time progresses, you are creating something that you may have difficulty dealing with down the road. And I like tying it into real estate. I somehow always come back with these teachings with real estate. I've had people tell me, I will end up buying a house, Angel, down the road. I'm getting ready, and I'll get to it at some point, maybe 6 months down the road. And then you have a conversation 6 months down the road.
Right.
Well, excuses are always popping up. And I tell them, hey, it's everyone's decision. And then I've had people 7, 8 years later still paying rent, and their rents have gone up, right? And then they continue with this conversation. I tell them politely, you see where you're going? You see how this compound effect, you are digging yourself to a situation as you grow older. You're going to
Right.
look back and 10 years have gone by, and you could have purchased 10 years ago and owed less. You be healthier with your finances, preparing yourself for a better future as you grow older. And the same applies with physical fitness and health, because just not looking good in the mirror, right? That is always a nice thing, but health is wealth. And if you have health,
Absolutely.
you can develop
Absolutely.
yourself in other areas. Because if we dress nicely and we have a nice car and we are not healthy, what good is that going to be? So,
Right. And then not only, like you mentioned, there's the internal, so your health, your internal health, and then there's also the reward that comes with it. It's not just simply that you're doing yourself some good internally, but you're going to sleep better. Your stress comes down. I mean, there's just so many benefits. I mean, we could be here for hours talking about the benefits of exercise and eating healthy. And then it's never too late. There are people that start in their 60s. It's never too late. I say never too late.
yep.
I mean, don't feel like, oh, I'm at an age where my metabolism is slower, it's going to take forever, forget it, it is what it is. No, no, no. Now.
Well, in 2019, I had a wake up call because I started gaining weight at a rapid pace.
Mm,
My metabolism, I'm over 50, and my metabolism began to slow down very drastically. And I had to make a decision. And do I love pasta? Do I love all the stuff that everyone? I love pastries and all that stuff, but I had to make a decision, and I started. That decision started right before Thanksgiving, and someone very close to me told me, "Why would you start? Why not wait till January?" Well, that's the Monday, right? And
right.
why wait for January? I'm going to start right this moment because who knows if I'm going to be around in January.
That's true.
And I went through Thanksgiving with my plan, and I stuck to it. Thank God, divine intervention, willpower, and so it just we can do these things as you indicated earlier if we put effort into it and willpower. A lot of times people say, "Well, I don't have willpower." Yes, you do. You just haven't developed it. It's kind of like opening up a little door. Um, and I appreciate the time that you've taken to be with us because you and your business, we love the fact that you're helping families create health with your job, with your approach, impacting people's lives. as we in the Grimaldo Group love helping families create wealth through home ownership. And we love partnering with businesses such as yours. And we certainly appreciate your time.
No, thank you. I really appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak and share briefly my story. And if for those that are watching, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's public. It's not a private page. On Instagram, it's Purple Wing 7. Please follow me. And I work at Mountainside Fitness. Definitely reach out message me through Instagram. If you're interested if you have any questions, any way I can help, I am open to helping anybody who is struggling with and wants a change. Because I've spoken to tons of people who say, I want to change, but I just don't know how. And that's what I'm here for.
That's awesome. Well, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to everyone listening to us, we appreciate your time. And again, if you have any real estate needs, please feel free to reach out to the Grimaldo Group as well. Have
Thank
a
you so
wonderful
much,
day.
Angel.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Yuselly. Bye now.
Bye.